I could potentially finally get away from per capita taxation. I've had this like all game and go to proportional. That would help the poor. It would actually increase my revenue. Usually you lose revenue on that, but I guess that's because the money has been shifting. But yeah, it introduces a dividends tax rate. I guess that's because the private industry is doing so well. I have a chance to get that. Not a high chance, but a chance. That could be pretty damn useful. I think I'll try that one. Why are we doing so poorly on sulfur? Because we don't... I have a lot of sulfur already queued up to build. The rest of it in northern Norway and western Norway, and then more in Iceland. There's some in Scandinavian, Nigerian, Tonga that's not built, but I'll let my AI get to that. I will just queue up the rest of Iceland, because clearly there's some kind of problem with sulfur that needs to be fixed up. I could try to import some sulfur in the short term. And where could I get it from for the best productivity, highest amounts? Where's the first one that doesn't take up a bunch of convoys? There really isn't one. So the best deal is going to come from the Roman market. Oh, and now it's the North German market. You know what? Fair enough. I'll take that one instead. I'd love to be friends with you, North Germany. And what's this? Foreign investment rights? No. This North Germany is really growing fast, huh? Oh, the strike escalated. My strike escalated, just barely. That's so annoying. General strike is in effect. It's just going to keep debuffing random places. Greenland is not the most important place to worry about being debuffed, though. Feels like there's a lot of need for transportation that is built up. Oh my good god, look at poor Norland. You definitely need some. Probably more. That's 2. One in West Karelia, and now it seems happy already. Western Norway, maybe? I don't know, because oh, Rwanda backed down. Maybe the other one did that too, because I don't remember fighting a war. So, the Gotaland army. Gotaland. Oh, right, I can't station over there. That's why they do that. Go back over there. There you go. These little locations, these little nations that I keep getting to become my protectorate, just in Africa, they keep just surrendering without a fight. Make protectorate. No one's really going to help them. Confirm. And then go to land, mobilize, and deploy. There you go. I don't know what the hell's happening there. They also still have low organization. Why? They'll figure it out. They're deployed in Africa. Don't worry about it. But yes, in terms of like ports, for example, there's a lot of places here that could also benefit from ports, and I need ports. So just like control 10. Oh, well, that's getting maxed now. It moved on me. Max that out. We need a lot of ports. Ports are very important. Also, I was adding them like they only added 1 earlier, but that's not really how they work. And then add...
I don't know where you can see when you have the next
5
election.
to each of these. I don't think so. I don't know. Regulating speech. Success chance is good. Popularity, petite bourgeoisie would also be good. So yeah, let's take the combo of that. Hey, the Spanish, they're moving to my nation. Yay. Holy shit, my money. At one point I had to cancel sugar, but I think sugar's pretty much on the table again. Let's get that. It's barely going to change anything. It's okay. Our investment pool is slightly making money at this point. A lot of iron mines. Yeah, iron was something we were going to need a lot of. And then the rest of the military stuff's coming after. I guess I probably queued up the artillery later is what I did. That would make sense. But anyway, back to railway, because I don't want to build it for infrastructure purposes. I want to build it for money purposes. So, wow, Surveyland is really poor off on infrastructure as well. Jesus Christ. I'll build 5 of those there. You really need to get stuff like that. Why is it doing so badly? Holy shit. We are building a lot, but god damn. And then Oulu. This is by earnings. Iceland, Northern Norway, Western Norway. Jesus Christ. Go to land. This is getting a little ridiculous. And then we're going to need definitely electricity. Let's do 5 of them in Surveyland. 1. Let's do 2 of them in Scania. 1 in Urumisa, 1 in Jutland, 1 in Norland, 1 in Gotaland. No, more in Gotaland. So 2 in Gotaland, another 5 in Surveyland. A lot of things are going to need that, especially of things that I'm queuing up. So I'm just like, whatever. This is steel engines and electricity. I know I've seen this issue popping up, which is why I just want to fix it as much as is like humanly possible. Though I don't know how well these will all be used. But we'll queue this up. And each one of those is going to add a ton of infrastructure, but we're just tossing those on the end. And then when that's done, you know, we're going to need more steel. But steel, that kind of stuff, my guys have been on top of building. All of the essentials, they're pretty on top of building right now. Oh, war has broken out. It's actually broken out. And I think we're on that border. We are. Yep. All right. I know we could use some more lead, and there's a lot more lead that we have available to build now. It's just these places also don't have a lot of infrastructure, so it's questionable how profitable that is. The oil rigs, we're getting more and more slowly. They're only investing here. They're not investing in Kutai. It might be an infrastructure thing. Iron mines. We have some more locally now. That's good. Iron is needed for like steel and stuff, so I could queue up basically... This isn't as much as it seems. So I could queue up basically all of our domestic iron all at once. There's abroad ones. I'll leave that to my friends. My friends can deal with that. Sokoto can become... They were the first ones, huh? We got Burundi. Let's make Sokoto a dominion. There you go. Beautiful. I'm funding their lobbies. I could fund the lobbies of Burundi. I'm not sure. Like, they're so tiny that getting them as a dominion is not as important. They don't really have much of a military. I'm not as concerned about them. Kutai is... They don't have a military either, but they're more valuable. They're more valuable. They have a GDP of almost nothing, actually. But they have resources. Wow, really? Places like Burundi have more of a GDP? Jesus Christ. I guess because it's already built. Still, I don't care to push Sokoto into being a puppet, so I will stop funding their lobbies. We don't need that. Kutai, I would like to get to be a dominion. I guess anyone that's like not a dominion, I'll just like improve relations with. Now we just got this one and coal. Improve relations, improve relations, improve relations at the very least. The fund lobbies are more for like the really stubborn ones. Chemical warfare. Hey. I've unlocked chemical warfare. Now we could totally do this. Ammunition and small arms for machine gunners? Hell yeah. I'm going to give everyone machine guns. Downside about chemical weapons is it reduces your own recovery rate, I think. Probably because you're breathing in your own gas. Damn, I'd love to activate flamethrowers, but that has oil input that I'm not sure I can sustain. But machine guns? Yeah, I could probably do that. And then the Gotaland army is now going to the place where I don't want them. I can really just keep them in the region and repeatedly do shit over here. Enactment success chance? Hell yeah. Standard of living for lower strata for 2 years. Lower expected standard of living. That might help with radicals, actually. So yeah. That might help with the strike, is specifically it. And so protectorate, protectorate, protectorate. Behaviorism unlocked. I have stuff to research still? Yeah, we got the oil turbine researching. Man. There's really not a lot else. I'm going to, I guess, throw paved roads. Cape Colony nationalized gold mines in Northern Cape, paying you out compensation. It went to the private industry, not me. That's why it looks like that. Actually, you know what? Go for this first. The compression ignition. This looks a lot better. And then, arc welding. Basically, mostly this stuff first. And then bring it back to paved roads. If we're not even going to really get that far. It's 1931, but you never know. Did my private industry just stop building? They did. Sometimes my private industry just randomly stops building, and it's weird. My construction is like so much it makes them uncomfortable a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. They do a good job putting me into debt when they do that, though. Ooh. This again?
My private industry just keeps building.
Well, this is good. This might really, really help radicals. I feel like mine's just like bugging out or something. I don't know. Each man kills the thing he loves. Who the hell is this guy? Oscar Borison, a playwright? What's wrong with him? 2 years of hard labor on charge of homosexuality. Oh. A genius deserve exemption. The intelligentsia don't really matter. Academics versus clergymen. And not be seen as under... that would give me authority. That's a tough one. Church of Sweden doesn't have a lot of clout. Intelligentsia have more. Then a genius deserves exemption. We'll go with that one. All right, now the private industry is starting to build something. They're starting to build some stuff up again. What they're building, though, is logging camps. At this point, dude, I'm going to just bump it up to electric sawmills. And, you know, whatever works, works. Whatever doesn't work, doesn't work. It is what it is. My queue is not that long. We will get to any problems in decent time. And I am definitely generating problems now. Domestic. Not as much as I felt like I would be, but I'm just going to keep adding these until we look pretty positive everywhere. Which will then increase the demand for coal, but the private industry will get on stuff like that. They're already building a fuck ton of this. Look at this. At that point, I think we could use the refrigerated rail cars for our fishing wharves. And then that might need more power plants to maintain, so I'll just queue those up right now. Again, that queue is not very far behind. But we do need more and more peasants to take over other roles. And these boosts are... They don't go on for very long. And a lot of the other stuff starts relying on oil or just like having more transportation. I have a lot of transportation queued up. I'd like that stuff to build before I start making things even more reliant on it. We still don't have paper mills on rotary valve engines, so I'm going to go ahead and change those over so we can free up some population for that. None of our motor industries are making automobiles. That's because that shit needs, oh man, rubber and oil. Have you started building cars yet? I have not started building cars yet.
No.
Because it needs like oil and other things. Go to Land only has one of these, huh? I'll swap them over.
At least not that I know of, or my private industry has built it.
Well, you have to set the actual, like, requirement. I see in the home countries that there's automobile production. I could see that.
Let's see.
So I think you do have that. I'm gonna finally start making some. Only some. Because it needs oil and rubber. I have plenty access to rubber here in Africa. That's a good thing. Oil, though. Some of it I can get from whaling, but I swear I had more whaling stations than this. Maybe I didn't. I might just be thinking of fishing. Like, this could be a source of oil, but, like, it's not a lot of a source of oil. 40 oil per level. Actually, that might be more than I give it credit for. Versus 60 oil per level. Oh, you know what? That's a lot. That is, in fact, a lot.
I am.
Huh.
I indeed have automobile in production.
And it also gives meat. That's actually pretty good.
Very expensive still.
I didn't have a lot of access to whaling. That's why. None of these are in my normal locations. This is all kind of new. But what happens if I just start maxing it out basically everywhere? I'm going to do that. And then I can start swapping things over to oil bit by bit. I have the demand, and now we need the supply. Hard work and hard workers. Basically, who do I want a debuff with, and who do I want to lose 25% of my authority? Well, they both love me. The trade unions love me the most, so they are the least problematic to get rid of that shit with. I can get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. It's fine. We are definitely going to need some synthetics plants. How are we doing on actual dyes, by the way? Barely positive, and that's because of trade. So that's something we're definitely lacking is dyes, and now silk. Uses wood, fertilizer, sulfur. That's probably where a lot of that stuff is going. It specifically wants a place like Surveillance. Look at Surveillance. Poor infrastructure. Well, I have queued up stuff to solve that. But we can also spread this stuff out a little bit. Put one there. Just start spreading it out to try to make local prices better, theoretically. As much as is possible before the game starts yelling at me that it's unproductive, which it will. And then a couple in Surveillance because it definitely wants more in Surveillance. That should solve multiple problems. And then, yeah, I've already queued up everything else that theoretically would be a problem for that, and the private industry, I've already seen it start on that. Look at all the rubber they're making. You know, whaling is actually worth more in terms of oil than I thought it would be. It's kind of almost equivalent to an oil rig at the moment. One downside, though, is as I make automobiles, I will make less trains. So that will be a problem that we will need to solve. So for that, we would need more motor industries. A fuck ton of them, probably. Get 5 more there. Is there anywhere that doesn't have one at all? Yeah, Norway. Well, these kinds of places can get 5 at least. I mean, they're not bad. Put 5 there, and then they want most of it in Surveyland. Yeah, I'll pump that up. The demand is certainly going to be the highest. We're going to need more than it thinks we're going to need. If I start swapping things like that over, that needs tools, coal, and steel. My private industry is pretty much on that, you see? I'm leaving all the things that I'm not building in kind of to them, and they're going ahead and building that stuff anyway. Coal, though, especially needs some attention. Definitely needs attention. There's a lot of places I could make it. There's a lot of places I have made it. And honestly, already, most of it is built up. So actually, the private industry is keeping up with it pretty well, and we just don't have enough still. And that's why we're still importing. We're not importing silk anymore, so I could probably get rid of that. Although we are going to be short on it, apparently. We might just need a new market to import from. Looks like the Siamese is the best one. There's no convoys involved in the British one. We'll just take the Siamese one. That's fine. Let's continue to expand our protectorates down south. Or to the east of the Belgian Congo. We will take the... It's in the Nile HQ right here. The Gotaland Army and deploy it over there. Let's keep that going. It's 1932. There's only a few years left. We have 30 months queued up right now worth of stuff. We'll need more inevitably. I'll need more military buildings at some point. I will, just like military buildings in general. How about these? Do we have enough of all of this? Maybe, but also maybe not. Go to land. I'll give you 2 more, at the very least. Otherwise, what about like an arms industry? We don't have bolt-action rifles because that also needs oil. We don't have a lot of these industries in general, actually. Therefore, I could probably fix this, at least for that, by swapping to bolt-action and doing the same thing with the artillery. Now, that will help the situation dramatically once it kind of kicks into effect. And then what we're going to end up needing, though, still is munition plants. Now, we don't have any in Gotaland. I want one there because we could definitely use it. Or no, that's Gotland. What the hell? Never mind. What am I looking at? We have like too many in Surveyland? We have too many in Surveyland. It wants Scania and Gotaland. Understandable why. I'll put 3 in Gotaland. The Flemish are moving from you to me. Yay! Population. I need more.
No.
Come here, Flemish. And then there's still a lot of places that say they're going to need stuff like more railroads. I'll believe, especially the ones that like don't have enough. And places that have like nothing in terms of railways. Yeah, that's kind of brutal. I do want to add ports as much as possible, though, to these kinds of places. Maybe even like just using them as an excuse to max stuff out. Yeah, if you're like hurting for infrastructure, I might just max out ports if you're a semi-developed location. Like West Karelia, certainly. Western Norway, definitely, man. I forget where Oulu is, but sure. Scandinavian, Schleswig-Holstein, yeah. West Karelia. Those kinds of locations especially. Zealand, sure. Those ports are very useful. They also use steamers, which I'm definitely going to end up needing more of. I haven't looked at that in a while. Where does that come from? Shipyards now. It comes from shipyards. I'm just going to listen to where it says it needs it, essentially. Very heavily. Because it's going to know better. Now that I just started placing a bunch. Place 3 of that down there. Everywhere says that it could use some, at least. Even Surveyland says it could use a bunch. But 1, 2, 3... Or go to land. I could see that needing a bunch. Anywhere that has a coast is going to need a bunch, realistically. Iceland. Pump that up so it's at 5. Great. Oulu will definitely need more. Oh. War with them has broken out. Well, it interrupted me, but Oulu. Definitely queue up some more in Oulu. And this is going to need more coal, engine, steel. Steel, I think my private industry has been on top of. Maybe not entirely. Judging by these numbers. Which could definitely be better. Jesus Christ, this could be better. Let's fill in some places that don't already have a lot of steel production, methinks.
Only 3 more years.
Yep. And I have a lot of stuff I can build before we get there. This one's at the top, showing it could need more. I'll do a shift click on that and Scania, just believing that they could definitely need more. From there, it's a lot of places that could use like a little bit more, but maybe not insanely more. Still, I believe you. On Eastern Norway, especially, I kind of believe that. I don't even know where that went at that point, so just leave that be. Empty pockets. No colonial affairs. Pops become more loyalists. I'll take that. Yeah, I don't really care too much about that. We're still working on the proportional taxation. Pressurization. Refrigerated storage. Nice. I'll have to check that out. I don't know if that's better or worse. Ooh, Jutland. Jutland specifically? Okay, I'll take the success chance. I'm definitely going to get proportional taxation through. Of course, it's going to be here at the very end, but still, it's definitely going through. So, that is like the worst version.
I still have per capita.
It's like, it's not, you wouldn't get as many laborers back, but you wouldn't need the rails for it. It's so weird how you would discover that so much later than the rail cars, or at least maybe you would. I certainly did. We can still get this one to flash freezing, but we don't have any such thing. It's time for more military expansion. I now have a 3-year queue, which is most of the rest of the game. And I don't think I'll ever reach the point of having enough population where I would need to expand my construction sector. So it's basically, yeah, just going to move at that rate. These guys got 11 troops up, and they're pretty much dead. Now, what about this one right here? I mean, nothing super valuable. There's some things, mostly in terms of agriculture, do these ones have any value? So, make protectorate. No one's going to help them. No. Let's do that. And then go to land army. Mobilize and deploy. Just keep taking these things over. It gives my private industry more and more stuff to build as they find stuff that I need in these locations. Once you start getting a lot of subjects, you really have to start sorting by subject type. Otherwise, it's just all over the fucking place. Oh, great. Spain sided against me. What does Spain even imagine they're going to do in this war if they do join it?
Well, fuck Spain.
Yeah, I don't think I can really leave either because the primary demands are too high against me. Like, they want to change the regime in Scandinavia and Congo, and they want war reparations from me.
I joined.
Hey, welcome. The actual main front against the small thing I'm attacking shouldn't be any problem. Spain is the problem, but like, if you're here too, we could probably go after Spain to some extent.
Yeah, I have Gibraltar, so I'm gonna send my units there.
How strong are you at this point? Oh yeah, you've really increased your military size. So have I. I'm at 267. I'm almost to my 300 goal. Spain's at 205, so actually they're not really that big of a threat. Their involvement here now is especially stupid.
I'm going in from Gibraltar, so...
Okay. Were you gonna get any goals? Can you even ask for that since you just joined?
I just joined.
Alright, well, shit. I might as well look at something we can get from Spain then. Spain owns the United Baltic Provinces. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course they do. They own Tripolitania. They took that from Egypt. Wow, Egypt's a lot smaller than they used to be. They also own Holstein, which borders me, so I have to keep that in mind. So you can invade mainland Spain, and I'll handle all these weird little satellites they have that mostly border me. I'm curious what else I want to ask for from them at this point. Because I'm sure we could get just about anything. The Philippines look kind of tasty. But that area is hard to defend for me. I keep losing shit to India. It keeps ending up belonging to India. I definitely want the United Baltic provinces. I'm gonna add that shit. Oh, this is gonna be a much larger war now. I want to mobilize this. I will probably, during this war, I'm gonna end up having the total like 300 manpower stacks that I want. We could pause this government construction. Do we have anything weird with mobilization? Not really. But, well, then I won't get to max, but, you know, whatever. And probably want to increase the payment to my military in this circumstance, given the weird way things are. So you... Is that actually a front? No, because it's not going to be in the war. Well, in that case, let's see. Oh yeah, I see that Gibraltar front. That will be really, really handy. There's also a New Guinea front. An Andalusian front. Just basically all out by the Pacific. That's very tiny borders that you have with Spain. Should be basically inconsequential. I'm going to mobilize the Scania army and I'm going to have them... I can't plan the naval invasion yet.
All in from the mainland.
I could also invade the Philippines from out here.
It should also distract them from not sending any units to you in Africa.
Yeah, I mean, the African front is fine. That little puppet will die in no time. How much should I ask for from Spain now that they've joined? I've added the United Baltic provinces, but there's other things they have that I would love.
You have to capture it to get it, right?
I think no. Spain just has to capitulate. But to generate war score, maybe, yeah. So I'm trying not to think too grand. However, I do have a full stack of basically 100 right next to the Philippines right now. Is what I'm thinking. Philippines does have their own defensive force. I added the United Baltic provinces. That one would be really easy to take. Philippines, less easy. I think owning the Spanish capital would also do it, by the way, which we're definitely going to accomplish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What the hell is Selenagor? Oh, that's some tiny-ass thing in Malaysia. Holstein is also super fucking tiny. The little bit of it that they have, I guess. They have some weird shit over there. There's also Cuba. I don't want to go near America. No, thank you.
Not again.
Not again. I am really eyeing the Philippines, though. Or maybe Tripolitania. I have a lot of stuff in Africa as it is. They have oil. Oh my god, they have so much oil in Tripolitania. Bro.
I should get that.
We should get it, yeah. They have like nice mines and stuff and rubber in the Philippines. Tripolitania comes first. There's so much oil there. Not that it really matters with 4 more years, but you know, a lot. Still, I'm definitely going to add that. Transfer Tripolitania. Yep. Not sure if I want to ask for more. Everyone that I ask for ends up joining them in the war too. The Philippines does have some amount of a military. So does Tripolitania, honestly. The Philippines wouldn't complicate things, honestly, very much at all. I might just push my luck and also go for that one.
It's your choice.
There's other things that interest me, but they're all very, very tiny. I have 92 maneuvers left. All right, yeah, give me the Philippines.
I just came here because I wanted to help you against Spain, and you're taking all of Spain's stuff.
I mean, why not? I can also get a treaty port in Spain just to really say fuck them. So I have my own Gibraltar.
Wait, can I back down and join again so I can demand something, or...?
I don't think that will work like that. But I could always just give you something.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm gonna add in that treaty port too. That would be funny. I have 40 maneuvers left. What do I spend it on?
Keep also an eye on your infamy.
Yeah, my infamy is at the point where I don't want to raise it too much more. Maybe I could just have them liberate stuff. I don't know. I don't want to bring any more of their puppets in the war and make it more confusing. Because if I bring like Hamburg and all of them into the war, that's going to open up as fronts, and I don't want to deal with that. You know, Spain has slavery.
Do they?
Yeah, they have slavery. That's crazy. Ha 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 ha. Dude, I could, into the maneuvers, I could fit one of these. I can make them liberate part of their mainland.
That would be funny.
I might just make them liberate, like, I don't know, maybe the eastern part, Catalonia. I'll say the southern part, but that would kind of mess with your border, and I feel like maybe you want to border them. I don't know.
Yeah, let me border.
Okay. Then I'll take the eastern part away, Catalonia. That'll be hilarious.
I still want that today.
Yes. All right, cool. Well, that's that right there. Move my navy over towards Oceania to prepare them, because I'm going to naval invade the Philippines first. And then... what about you guys? What about my main army? All right, so Tunis isn't going to be in the war, so it won't be open for that. No, and it's a dominion. At some point during the war... oh, I have proportional taxation now. Yay. Woo. At some point during the war, if you flip Tunis into the war, we can invade Tripolitania from there. If that's even necessary.
I think we could easily take them with a naval invasion, but sure.
Oh, we could. I'm just pointing out that it's an option. General misfired
Yeah, I'm pretty happy
cannon.
with me, so I could force it.
What is this? A general steps down? We still need a general, and these are personal matters. Caught in the air, an affair. Oh my god. It's alcoholic. Who is this? A politician can get alcoholic, potentially, or nothing happens. And the general... great, a general fucked someone's wife, and now everyone's getting syphilis. For the love of God. Like, right before a war? Really? Why don't you just fuck the enemy's wives? Well, they love me, so I'm just gonna keep the general. Leave Hamar exiled. Why? Still fighting for his cause? Oh yeah, the no colonial affairs. Yeah, he can, if he wants to leave, he can. I don't really care. Lobbyist lectures in Stockholm. Legitimacy, intelligista, less strength. I like legitimacy. I could actually use some more of it now. I don't need the intelligista. But speaking of... so many things going on. Why aren't you making more tanks? Is it just because of demand? Yeah, it's just because of demand. You'll figure it out. You know, actually, I'm just not going to pass a law right now because I don't want to destabilize my nation while I'm doing all this other crap anyway. I think that's fine. Woo-wee! Man, oh man. No one wants to be my friends? Not while I'm going into a war, I guess. Alright. I don't know what to do with this main army, though. My Stockholm Syndrome has nowhere to be, actually. They can naval invade Tripolitania. But we have to wait for the Philippines to be naval invaded, so...